In recent weeks, the prices of Bitcoin as well as other cryptocurrencies have experienced a pretty drastic nosedive, and a direction correlation can be drawn to Elon Musk and his rather controversial tweets. In this video, we are going to be talking about just how much influence Elon Musk has on cryptocurrency. We will also find out if Elon Musk is the deciding factor in cryptocurrency prices. For the past few months, Elon Musk has indirectly directed the fate of millions of people who have ventured into cryptocurrency because of him. In 2020, several major factors affected the prices of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. The pandemic was, of course, a major factor that cannot be ignored. Besides that, Warren Buffett was given some Bitcoin during a dinner with cryptocurrency advocates, a piece of news that caused a slight increase in the prices of Bitcoin. In a rather surprising turn of events, Bitcoin halving, a process that occurs every 4 years, did not cause as much ripple as would be expected in the Bitcoin market. For the first 3 quarters of the year, it would seem the prices of Bitcoin were pretty fluctuated. The fluctuating price of Bitcoin. Since the last quarter of 2020 till date, the prices of Bitcoin are undergoing one heck of a merry-go-round, dipping and rising with every piece of news. Analysts had predicted that 2021 was going to be a good year for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, and they may very well be right, but one thing they had not banked on was the erratic nature of one rather eccentric billionaire. As the days went by in the new year, 3 significant events assured everyone that cryptocurrency was well on its way to price increase and possibly become the accepted digital currency that many dared to dream about. Here are those events. Bitcoin acceptance from leading financial companies. When many of the leading financial companies announced their acceptance of Bitcoin, it sent quite a frenzy in the cryptocurrency markets, shooting up the prices. The big step for cryptocurrency is the announcement that Bitcoin is now welcomed as a Visa-added cryptocurrency as one of the payment channels, starting with stablecoin like USDC. MasterCard, another popular financial product, was also planning to accept some cryptocurrency as a payment option. BlackRock, another one of the top asset managers from the United States, also started to trade Bitcoin. Morgan Stanley recommending Bitcoin. When one of the most famous investment bankers like Morgan Stanley says something, the market tends to pay attention. So by recommending Bitcoin as an investment opportunity to high net worth investors to diversify the risk in a portfolio, you can bet many other people paid attention and acted accordingly. This also drove prices for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies slightly, making analysts think the year is going to be a fruitful one for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency traders and investors. Pay for Tesla with Bitcoin. In a shocking move, Elon Musk tweeted to all and sundry that his car-making company Tesla would now be accepting Bitcoin as payment for a Tesla car. The announcement drove the prices of Bitcoin off the roof, and many rejoiced, with analysts thinking this is a good move for Bitcoin. If only they knew. Who sets the Bitcoin price? As it was intended by Satoshi, the most popular cryptocurrency is not backed by any government entity or banks, and it is not recognized as a legal currency. There are private parties, however, that make use of Bitcoin for transactions, and it also is purchased and traded by investors. Bitcoin is regarded as a volatile investment when you consider the basis of the currency's price. For a digital currency that didn't have an official price when it was first launched, the amount it commands now is quite impressive. It was first worth a few cents and did not even register on the stock market until 2013 when it began to take off, pricing at $123.50 in October of 2013. Since then, it climbed rapidly, reaching over $140 and even $1,000. The price of Bitcoin is not set by any one person in particular, but by the markets. Because the price can't be determined by one person, pricing the currency is a complex process prone to volatility. You could also see 2 different prices of the same coin on the internet. For instance, if you used Coindesk.com, the Bitcoin price as of June 1st, 2020, was $9,710.72. WinkDex.com lists the price for that same day at $9,402.79. A reason why the prices differ is the source of data, because Bitcoin is not traded in one place, but it is traded on multiple exchanges, all of which make use of their average prices. This average price is set based on the trades being made by the exchanges at a given time. The volatile nature of the price of Bitcoin is partly due to its liquidity, or the ability to quickly buy and sell. The amount of Bitcoin that flows through the market at any point in time gives investors the ability to enter and exit positions quickly. If a great deal of people are trading a high number of one particular asset, changing prices becomes difficult for a single person or event. Think of it this way. It is easier to redirect a stream of water than redirecting the Mississippi. Several factors determine the price of Bitcoin and pretty much any other cryptocurrency in the market. These factors include the supply of Bitcoin and the market's demand for it, the cost of producing a Bitcoin through the mining process, the rewards issued to Bitcoin miners for verifying transactions to the blockchain, the number of competing cryptocurrencies, the exchanges it trades on, regulations governing its sale, and its internal governance. The relationship between Elon Musk and cryptocurrency. What is likely the first mention of cryptocurrency by Musk is a tweet he put out in March of 2014. This was after he was asked by a documentary photographer known only by Noel about his stance on cryptocurrencies. Musk chose the enigmatic route, saying, "Well, now that Satoshi Nakamoto has been discovered, I guess it is case closed." This statement was likely made about the article released by Newsweek several days earlier, claiming to have uncovered the true identity of Satoshi. The claim was later debunked by the man whose actual name is Dorian Nakamoto. There was no mention of cryptocurrency by Musk again until October 2014, when he was asked about Bitcoin by an interviewer at Vanity Fair's New Establishment Summit. Back then, what he said was that Bitcoin was probably a good thing, but will likely end up primarily as a means of doing illegal transactions. He clarified that it is not necessarily an entirely bad thing. Musk's skepticism was probably because Bitcoin was retreating from its 2014 all-time high at about $1,156. This decline continued for several years until it made a spectacular recovery in 2017. At around the same time, Musk made another cryptocurrency comment in November of 2017. Coincidence? Why don't you be the judge of that? Towards the end of that month, the Bitcoin was peaking at about $20,000, and an article was released on Medium titled, "Elon Musk Probably Invented Bitcoin." The article was authored by Sahil Gupta. He provided mostly circumstantial evidence to back his claims, like Musk's deep knowledge of economics and cryptography, his experience with the C++ programming language, and his distinctive problem-solving approach. A funny turn of events took place when it was later discovered that Sahil Gupta went on to work as a software engineer for Tesla and eventually founded his own company, Space.io. Another coincidence? Why don't you be the judge of that too? In 2019, Musk started taking crypto seriously both from a technological standpoint and as a potential component of his business models. In a podcast on February 9th, 2019, Musk called Bitcoin's structure quite brilliant and added that there is some merit to Ethereum. Musk, a mover and shaker of cryptocurrency. For so many people, the words of Elon Musk are gospel. Whether many like it or not, Musk is a major cryptocurrency influencer, raising or dropping the prices of cryptocurrencies with a joke, tweet, or comment. The often cryptic messages the CEO sends out have put the Bitcoin prices in a tailspin, more like a roller coaster these past few months. By simply adding hashtag Bitcoin to his Twitter biography, the prices surged to as much as 20% on a January morning. When Tesla Inc. revealed it bought $1.5 billion worth of cryptocurrency, the prices increased by 16%. The prices, which jumped when Tesla announced that it would be accepting Bitcoin as payment for its cars, also crashed when the CEO tweeted that the same company would no longer be accepting Bitcoin payments for its vehicles. The tweet has carried the blame and wrath of all investors for the most punishing Bitcoin sell-off of the year. This single announcement by Musk led to a rout that shaved hundreds of billions of dollars off the market capitalization, effectively erasing the gains made since late January. After peaking at nearly $65,000 in mid-April, the Bitcoin prices have fallen some 50%, including the rough 40% since the tweet released by Musk. When Musk tweeted about Dogecoin on April 2nd, 2019, the price of the coin went up from 0.002 cents to 0.004 cents. His continued flirtatious remarks about Doge resumed in December 2020 and contributed to the major price swings in the coin. By simply tweeting the word Doge on February 4th, 2020, the price of Doge increased by 120% over the next 4 days. Does Musk rule the crypto markets? When confronted on his stance on crypto, Musk replied, "The true battle is between fiat and crypto. On balance, I support the latter." The events over the past few weeks would seem to indicate that Elon has the power to move the crypto markets with his tweets. However, a closer look at the workings of crypto as an investment suggests that the all-time price cycle of any asset can be divided into 4 phases: accumulation, markup, distribution, and markdown. This is the natural cycle of any investment for its growth and sustenance in the long run. As the crypto market picked up towards the end of 2020, it went through its accumulation phase as many investors entered the market. The markup phase began around mid-February and it settled at an all-time high of $60,000. The distribution phase began when the RSI indicator showed that the asset was overbought, a report that slowly triggered the markdown. The cryptocurrency markdown is taking its toll on the investors' sentiments, as can be expected when you are losing money. This fall is not sudden because Musk is tweeting about it. A look at the historic prices of Bitcoin will show you that there is a steep fall in value even before the announcement by Tesla. Soon after Bitcoin hit its all-time high of $63,729, it also hit a major dip on the 25th of April and then recovered slightly. Many analysts believe that Bitcoin was overbought at that point and needed a trigger to correct itself. Those analysts believe that Elon Musk's tweets at that time just acted as nothing more than a catalyst needed for the much-anticipated correction in the crypto market. Will the crypto market recover? While the Bitcoin drop is rather drastic this month, its value remains on the high side, over 300% than last year. This indicates that the sudden drop in scale is nothing more than a tiny blip in the asset, as it holds great potential. By questioning the environmental impact that Bitcoin brings, Musk has indeed played a fast one on the sentiments of investors, but it should not be considered as the only reason why the crypto markets crashed. His tweets are not the only factors that drive the sentiments of crypto investors. Cryptocurrencies are volatile by nature, and attributing their rise and fall to the actions of a single person is dangerous. There are several trigger points for investor sentiments, and this has raised the belief of many exchanges like CoinSwitch, Kuber to believe that the long-term outlook of cryptocurrencies remains bullish. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the complicated relationship that exists between Elon Musk and cryptocurrency. If you learned something, why don't you let us know by hitting that like button? You should also subscribe to this channel for many more videos like this.